Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a timeless reading for the collective, so whenever and however you come across this video, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. We've been pulling one card randomly every morning from our mega deck. You can look down in the description below to see what the mega deck is and how it was put together and everything. But today's card is pulled from the Woodland Wardens Oracle deck by Jessica Rue, and it is card number 18 in Roman numerals, representing the boar and pumpkin and confidence. And I love, there's the timing on these cards just cracks me up. They are honestly pulled randomly. I have no idea. I haven't even looked in the book to see what the reading says in the book, and we'll go through that in just a minute. There's different messages that are coming through for different people, and we want to be sure to get all of the messages that are supposed to be delivered. So thank you for your patience through this process. What we do is we'll go through, if you haven't been here on this channel before, we look at all of the elements of the card and go into those backgrounds to see what it is that we're looking at specifically, and then put that together to receive the information and energy that's coming to us from that image in total, from our divine spirit team, the universe, source, God, however you define that which cannot be defined. But I love the timing on these things because we just pulled in the previous reading about completion, and it makes sense that now we have confidence that we've completed a task, we've completed a project, we've completed a cycle, whatever it was that we are going through in that completion process that we had just had that previous reading on. And I highly recommend that you go and listen to that if you haven't already after you get done with this. Okay, first finish this video because there's important information you need from this as well. But let's talk about the elements of this card. The first thing we've got is the number 18. What's important? What's special? What do we need to know about the number 18? Well, we know it reduces down to a 9. 1 plus 8 equals 9, which is the most perfect of the perfected Tesla 369 numbers. It is 3 times 3, and 3 is the most balanced number. It is the 3 as in 3D reality where we live currently in our current experience. So there's a lot of reasons why the number 9 in particular has very strong spiritual significance, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the number 18. I've become fascinated recently with numerology. I am not at all a expert on it. I am just beginning to do research and background on these. So the digits in the number 18, obviously we know they equal 9, and that resonates with the planet Mars. 18 is often written as 18/9, showing where that reduction is, okay? But 18 gives a considerable drive and power to accomplish all the actions that it begins. The number 18 is the most militant and straightforward of all the Mars numbers. The number 18/9 indicates a determined and hardworking personality with great vision and a strong masculine awareness and drive. So recently we've been having in readings very strong feminine energy, very nurturing, encouraging. Now we're taking that energy of nurturing and encouraging and support, and we're actually doing something with it. Now it is inspired action time. We've had our resting, we've had our recovery, we've finished our completion, and now it's time to look forward to the next big thing. What's your next big thing? What's something that maybe you have been considering starting or considering working, pulling back out of the back burner, dusting off the cobwebs, right? Your golden egg project, whatever it is, okay? The number 18 indicates a determined and hardworking personality. You can accomplish great things and achieve incredible wealth through mental focus and enterprise. You are individualistic and your own boss. The number 18 gives good leadership skills and an invincible drive. It is the day vibration of many political leaders. Statistics reveal that the 18th is the leading day of birth among prime ministers. And the job of a prime minister is very hands-on and action-oriented, as opposed to president, which in many countries is more ceremonial in nature. 18th is also the most common day of birth among academics. The discipline and mental focus of 18 is apparently good for plowing through many books and knowledge. So there's a lot of spiritual significance in the number 18 itself before we reduce it down to a 9. So I thought that was very interesting. Now let's talk about Boar. When I look at this image that we have in front of us, and I'm looking at the same thing that you're looking at here, this boar doesn't look scary to me. He looks wise and, yes, confident for sure. He knows what he knows, and no one is going to change his mind at all periodically. And yes, very strong, masculine, obviously. A pig, and that's what a boar is a male pig. There's never female boars. There are always, a boar is a masculine energy, full stop. So what does, and this guy looks like a wild boar to me, so I'm going with the wild boar symbolism. And this is from astrology.com website. The wild boar symbolizes strength, courage, and protection in various cultures around the world. They're often associated with warrior spirits and resilience due to their fearless nature and powerful tusks. As spirit animal, if the wild boar is your spirit animal, it signifies that you possess a strong will, determination, and a fierce protector instinct. You're not afraid to stand up for yourself and others, and you have a very strong sense of loyalty. So you'll know if these are things that resonate as true for you. This is a really good practice as I'm reading through these. If you have not considered the possibility that you identify in some aspects with the boar specifically, our card in our reading today is giving you the opportunity to do that. Having the wild boar as your totem animal means that you are a symbol of leadership, power, and assertiveness. You are grounded and practical, and you're not easily swayed by challenges. The wild boar encourages you to be courageous and face obstacles head on. And as a power animal, this is a sign that you have the strength and endurance to overcome any obstacles in your path. What this is telling me specifically, I'm just going to stop right there because I don't need to go any further. We had a reading not too long ago about being determined, where we know what we know, and we know that we know that. And we were immovable. We are immovable in our belief, in our knowingness, being unmovable. Now, this is the other side of that energy. You have the immovable object, you, in your beliefs of what you know to be true for you. You are immovable, and in that energy, you become the unstoppable force. Do you see how those two pieces, it's the two sides of the coin. You can't have a coin that only has a heads side. You have to have a tails side. And in that bipolar duality is the whole. You are exactly the same way. You have this energy of being unmovable in your beliefs and your knowledge of what you know to be true for you. What you know, who you know to be the true you, your authentic self. Your integrity, your honesty with who you are, who you have always been, and who you are becoming. And is this someone, A, that you like, B, that you respect? Be honest. We're talking about you. How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel confident in your beliefs and your knowledge and your information and your wisdom, in your skills and your abilities and your talents? Do you feel confident in the gifts that you are bringing to the collective table? Boar is letting you know now is the time for that confidence. Now is that time to be moving forward in that energy. And then finally we have pumpkin. Pumpkins, these readings are timeless. So whenever you come across this, if it's the middle of the summer or spring or whatever, it doesn't matter. But in terms of just actually uploading this card, we just got through Thanksgiving, and just before that, obviously, Halloween, where pumpkins are coming up all the time. We have pumpkin pie. Just had pumpkin pie yesterday for Thanksgiving dinner. So pumpkins are very nutritious. They have tons of beta carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. They also contain all the B vitamins except B12, as well as vitamin C and E. So it's no surprise that after having that piece of pumpkin pie, while you may feel stuffed, there's a bit of energy there, and it's not just the sugar, it's not just the carbs. Okay? Pumpkin's also especially rich in copper, and it's a good source of iron, manganese, phosphorus, and potassium. It's known to promote eye health, and it contains several antioxidants that may provide a protective effect against certain cancers, diabetes, and inflammatory diseases. But the spiritual and magical properties of pumpkins, okay? We know they come in from the harvest. We bring them to the table as part of our fall celebrations. They represent abundance, they represent generosity, and they represent gratitude. Pumpkins also represent potential, as each pumpkin is packed full of seeds that will go on to make even more pumpkins. They are associated with creativity. We use them to carve all sorts of little faces in them, and they encourage us to do that. And not only that, but the color orange is also associated with creativity, fun, and joy. So lots of different things about pumpkins, okay? It is associated with the element of water, and the stones that it's represented by is obviously all of the oranges, so citrine, pyrite, heliodor, orange calcite, and there's a bunch of different recipes you can use pumpkins in, and rituals you can use pumpkins with. So lots of different information on that you can look up and get more on that yourselves. But I'm trying to be mindful of the timer and not be running into 25-minute long readings for you guys. So what is the specific messages? Obviously, as we've already been talking about, we had just previously finished with the idea of completion, of finishing cycles, of completing tasks, that full moon completion card. And we're coming into the wanting phase after having that reading. And again, understanding that this is a timeless reading. So go back and check that out if you haven't already seen it. But on its own, this card is telling us without question to move forward with confidence, to be evaluating what is the next step that we want to take, what is the next project we want to get going, what is the next vision, the next goal, the next target that we're shooting for. And be confident in what you know to be true, being that unstoppable or the immovable object, in how you know who is you, how you know what is true for you, how you know everything that makes up who you are, having that confidence and being that energy. Then you take Boar and Pumpkin and you step forward in gratitude, step forward in confidence, step forward in that strength of being the immovable object, and you become the unstoppable force. And fall, a lot of times with the pumpkins, I feel a lot of air energy coming through with this card too. Very, very strong messages coming through for different people individually. So if you haven't already and you want to kind of make a connection with the card personally, just take your non-dominant hand. So if you're right-handed, take your left hand, place it over the screen, over the image. Got chakras in the palm of your hand and your fingertips, and they're going to be receptors of this messages that are coming to you personally that I may or may not be catching with what I've got going and what I'm, channeling for you right now in the reading. But take that opportunity to get up close and personal with the energy of this card. You'll feel almost an electric shock. And it's not just your imagination. It's more than just the electrical, your magnetic field connecting with the magnetic field that is being generated by your electronic device, whatever you're watching this video with. But you need to be aware of that too. Everything that's electronic casts its own magnetic field, and it's going to respond to yours. So, but you're also going to get the spiritual, energetic messages that are coming to you from this image itself. So what does it say for us in the book? For our card number 18, the boar and pumpkin, representing confidence. With their winding vines and large, heavily seeded fruit, pumpkins signify abundance, health, and resilience. Meanwhile, the fierce and intelligent boar is known for its sharp tusks and aggressive movements. Combined, the boar and pumpkin embody self-assurance. Are you kidding me? Self-assurance, yes. Your confidence is well-founded. Any insults or attempts to damage your morale will roll off your back. You are thick-skinned like the pumpkin and courageous like the boar. Well, I love that. What are our two questions that we are going to be asking ourselves with this reading to get better connection with the energy that's coming to us from the cards? What accomplishments am I proud of? What have I done just recently in the past week? What did you do just in the past week that you are happy with the result of? You are happy with the effort that you put into. You are happy and proud of. And then what is the second question? How can I improve my confidence and sense of worth? Well, we have answers to that question as well. I don't know what accomplishments you are proud of. You will be the person that knows that. But in terms of how can you improve your confidence and sense of worth, take a piece of paper and just start jotting down, just kind of brainstorm, what are you good at? Are you good at math, English? Are you good at taking pictures? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at gardening? Are you good at helping other people and training other people? Are you an excellent driver of vehicles and machinery? Are you an excellent tinker? Okay, what are your skills and experience that you bring to the collective table? And then going deeper into the next level, what are your talents and skills and experience in the spiritual realms? What is kind of your area of expertise? What do you know that you know without a question that you feel confident in sharing with other people? Things that you know to be true for you, you can share that, not be forcing your opinion on your audience, but simply making it available to them to make their own determination of how it does or doesn't fit them personally. Confidence is just knowing who you are and loving that person. Honestly, genuinely loving that person. And I love you. So take this reading, understand you are everything you need right now, just as you are, to whatever you need to do, take your next step. Okay, your next step may be simply just planning out what you're going to be doing. It may be nothing more than researching stuff online, okay? But whatever it is that you have to do today, if you're catching this reading when it's uploaded, it's the day after Thanksgiving, and you may or may not have the day off from work if you're employed. But take some opportunity today. Remember and recall this image that you have looked at this morning, or whenever you watch this video, the image in front of us here for our reading. Recall in your mind, boar and pumpkin. Feel confident and grateful for everything that you've received, for everything that you've been blessed with, that you have the opportunity to share with others. So that's our reading. I do hope that it resonated and blessed you. Feel free to leave any comments if you like to do that. You are not required to. You're not required to do anything on this channel. This channel is just here for you. So whatever it is that you want to do with it, if you want to like, share, subscribe, I would say I don't care. I don't have any personal investment in it. I love when you guys do it because it lets me know that these readings are actually reaching out and touching and helping, assisting, encouraging, supporting, and providing that kind of feedback for you. So that's the whole purpose for this channel. It's the only reason why I'm here. So thank you so much for joining us on this journey. I love you. If you haven't heard that recently, you can't say that anymore. And I'm not kidding. I love you. You are amazing. You may not believe me now, but just take that and just be confident in it because I said it's so. All right? And see what happens. Just give it a try. All right? I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.